kills, taking down another sentry and a probe.
Yep, and yep, there it is. It's been actually 5 kills. It's actually, oh well, look at this. Terranuapart is even building cannons up in his natural right now. Um, but Observer does come down, and now Terranuapart is really just shooting so far ahead in macro. Terranuapart has parts of his army up in his main, parts of his army is natural, then he had also majority of his army out in front. And even so, he's been able to shut down all the harassment of attempts from Ziddy. So Ziddy is just playing behind. He knows this. He's getting a third command center out right now. And right now, Terranuapart could easily finish taking down these destructible rocks and then just get his third base at his gold.
Hmm.
Although Terranuapart does have both charge and extended thermal lance right now, so he's got a very powerful army right now. And if he pushes in, a couple of force fields prevent the repair on the Terran, the actual Terran players units. He should be okay.
Yeah, this is a very well fortified position, but the Colossi are just going to completely ignore it and come up these cliffs. Two Vikings going to poke in and take them back. Does he have blink for his stalkers? No, it is researching, so he's going to keep exploiting this cliff.
Yeah, but now these Colossi are a little bit wary. This one did go down 137 health, so a lot of damage done from those Vikings over there. They do a lot of damage, and they have great range. This is why they're used to pick off the Vikings. Why Vikings be used to pick off Vikings? Vikings be used to pick off the Colossi because of that huge range and large damage.
Yep, tearing you apart, now making his third at the gold. And just as I thought from Ziddy, as we don't see the player breaking down the destructible rocks, his only real choice was to go and float to the island.
Yep, and Commander's actually on a little bit of a roundabout pathway over there. But still, he only loaded up 4 SCVs for some reason. I think he loaded up all 5, but he did not. Let's see. I was going to keep an eye on that.
There we go.
There, yep, there it is. And Terranuapart does actually have a few stalkers and an observer at the Zalanga Watchtower on the top. Definitely keeping an eye out for banshees. And Terranuapart also has his colossi in a really vulnerable position right now. Uh,
Yeah, he's looking like he wants to poke in, but Ziddy doing a good job of reinforcing this position.
yeah, but look at this. Terranuapart has forced bunkers and army to be in the back of the main base. The natural is basically being protected by a few siege tanks on a cliff, and that is it. But here you go. Blink up. All those stalkers just blinked up into the main base. We have these 4 colossi coming in. Ziddy does have a lot of Vikings out. Good Vikings. All right, the 6 Vikings are going to start taking out his colossi, and those stalkers have done a lot of damage, and they just retreated again. That was definitely a good exchange for tearing you apart, though he did lose a couple colossi. He still has 3 out. Very good numbers there. His gold is now complete, and he's really keeping Ziddy back on his toes.
Yeah, that was actually a very bad attack for tearing you apart. He moved into a lot of siege tank fire. He lost a very large handful of stalkers at the moment he blunk up there. And the Marauder concave that this barracks presented really gave him no avenue for attack, even losing a Colossi for just about free. Not really reducing the Viking numbers at all. This is going to help Ziddy stabilize.
Huh. So we both just got completely different views on that attack.
It did tearing you apart still with his macro. It's not going to hurt him as much as it would if they were even in the first place. But this is going to help Ziddy stabilize a little bit. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. Yeah,
Oh,
tearing you
wow.
apart now, much, yeah, as a result of that attack, has lost a lot more than Ziddy has.
Yeah, you're completely right. Huh. Okay, well, I feel a little bit worse about myself and my ability to determine things about this game, but that's okay.
Oh no, don't worry about that at all. I mean, it looked like a good idea at the time, but very well done siege tank placement. And this one barracks with the tech lab, well, actually, it seems like he moved it, but the barracks that was positioned there really changed that battle so much. I cannot stress how much having a concave in your own base is important for Terran when defending against Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, but look at this. We actually just had a failed siege tank drop from Ziddy over there. All he did was take down 1 photon cannon, and that was it. So he just gave 2 free siege tanks to Terran Apart, who took no damage, and his Colossi ended up tanking the 2 shots that they could have done. Templar Tech is actually out right now. Tearing you apart, does he have Psystorm? He does have Psystorm. So he is about to have a crazy army, Void Rays, Colossi, and Templar.
Wow, yeah, like you said, Void Rays Colossi, and if you look at the production tab, look in the main base and tell me what you see coming from starports.
We go to the starport. Stargate. Oh, we got. Oh my God, battlecruisers.
Yep, this is looking to be a very good game. That failed attack, and even though Ziddy just threw away a few tanks, has allowed him to stabilize, especially with he could have this island expansion saturated a bit better. Oh, a Warp Prism's gonna find this island.
Oh, that is huge. There it is. And
Oh, a
morphing
High
into High
Templar,
Templar. So he's going to do some storming.
and it's gonna hit these
Oh, it's
mules.
going to get. Oh, oh my
Oh,
god.
so close.
One more hit on that mule. He's got to pick up that Templar into the War Prism. Oh,
The
god.
SCVs are gonna take down the Templar.
Oh, that is just depressing. Morphin just two zealots. Even one zealot would be enough.
Yeah. No, these Vikings are going to be able to make it there in time. Another
Oh,
Templar
another
morphing in.
Templar. And it
Whoa, huge storm.
definitely good storms over there. So this Templar's got 7 kills. That is ridiculous on so many levels. But seriously, 2 or 3 zealots, and this expansion would be completely shut down. I'm kind of disappointed that he did not do that.
Yeah, even a Stalker or two to deal with any Viking reaction, this Expo definitely would have gone down. The High Templar would have been a good decision if Ziddy had completely saturated this Expo, but as it stands, that really was not worth it.
Yeah, definitely. But now, something to note is that what you were saying about the attack is really starting to manifest as Terranuapart is now maxed and Ziddy is almost maxed.
Hmm.
Ziddy is also doing a good job with his sensor tower. He's going to make himself harassment proof with this knowledge. But oh, look at this sacrificial High Templar just going into the gold expansion for some reason, and so Ziddy just got a free full energy High Templar kill.
Yep, not a good move. Stalker's coming in here
Oh,
trying to be aggressive, but not a oh, so not a good idea.
oh wow, he didn't even get any siege tank kills in that.
No, and I believe if I'm correct, he's not going to be able to see the battle cruisers either. I think tearing you apart. He has not scouted the tech switch, so it's very likely that he still has no idea battle cruisers are out.
Yes, but something to note is that Terranuapart already has Void Rays out
Hmm.
and Templars. He's going to be able to feed back and use Void Rays against those battlecruisers.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to his control. He should be able to hold it off as it is.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of charge lots in his army, and those are obviously not very good against those battlecruisers. However, Ziddy is very Marauder heavy, as well as Siege Tank heavy, so those Zealots would definitely do a good job against those.
Yeah, I am, although going to have to predict this in tearing you apart's favor, mostly because of upgrades. If you look at the bio units and even the tanks are on 0-0 and the Marauders are on 0 armor, 1 attack.
Yep.
And we're at 2 armor and 3 attack for Toss.
Very, very good job with those upgrades. And actually, 3 armor is about to be done in a minute or two.
Yeah, even just about to finish air weapons level 1.
Yes, very true. So it's actually a very good. And look, at more Void Rays are coming down. 2 Void Rays did
A small
just
force of
complete.
Marauders heading to these expos.
Oh, those are going to get a lot of kills. That's going to be a little bit of annoying for Terranuapart to deal with. But it's actually going to end up freeing supply for Terranuapart, which is actually going to be pretty helpful.
Hmm.
Terranuapart does have a lot of money in the bank, and Ziddy is going to snipe off these pylons and this Nexus. But where is there going to be probes running away all the way to the top? Ziddy's
Oh, he
actually going to
catches
snipe.
them.
Oh, that is annoying to do. But look at this. Terranuapart brings his entire army to deal with those guys in the bottom. Shows his full army. Saves his Nexus. Very
And a
good job with
fleet
that.
beacon making.
Oh, we're going to see Mothership versus battle cruisers. That's going to be fun.
I am so glad they were able to wait for us so we could cast this game. This is going to be good.
This is amazing. Is there any... There is no Yamato cannon. That's actually really significant when you think about feedback.
Yeah, especially if you're going to go battlecruiser heavy, you want to have that Yamato to deal with any units really that you think are the most vulnerable. Colossi and Void Rays, all good targets. And yep, Yamato cannon now researching.
It will not be done, though, in time for this to be dealt with. But here we go. We do have a huge push coming in now. All these Zealots, so ooh, this... What? That was a weird...
Yeah,
One Marauder...
overextending.
Yeah, but now here we go. Good Starstorms going down there. We do the battlecruisers coming in. Where are the Templar? Do they have enough energy to feedback? There's feedback going off on the
Huge
battlecruisers.
feedbacks.
Very nice. There's a lot of Void Rays on them. Dealing with these battlecruisers, but Vikings are out. Stalkers. These battlecruisers are still staying alive though. They're now battlecruisers are outnumbering the Void Rays. Feedbacks did get used. One battlecruiser left. 2 Void Rays as well as a Stalker, but the Vikings are still out. 5 Colossi here, a bunch more Stalkers reinforcements just coming in, and now there is... Oh, that was so good for tearing you apart. Very bad for Ziddy. Ziddy
Yeah,
is
a
so gassed
huge
up.
blink coming in to finish off that, and all these SCVs are going down.
Oh,
This gold is
God.
dead.
Oh wow, those colossi just decimated everything on the ground. Oh wow. But look at this, look at all these stalkers and zealots reinforcements from Terranuapart just coming in. What's the unit count? We got 74 probes to 24 SCVs because of those that died over there. That is insanity. Ziddy is done. This is just a good engagement from Terranuapart. Very strong
Yep.
play. And now he's
Terran
going to be able to.
deciding to push into the main, and this is gonna end it.
Alright, this is going to be done. We have all these stalkers going to be able to blink up, take out the missile turrets, take out the battlecruisers, and oh god, his battlecruiser rally gets to die before he can even do any damage. Oh wow.
Very
Terranuapart
exciting game.
doing so well, taking down all the infrastructure from the Terran, and this battlecruiser over here with the rally point is going to die before it can do any damage. And there's GG. Wow, GG from Ziddy. Good game, very good game from Terranuapart and Ziddy. I enjoyed that immensely. I really enjoyed that.